Hey, DJ. How do you feel the offensive line has kind of come together as you guys have solidified on, 5 to 6 guys on that unit?
Definitely you can see like steady improvement. Just trying to get guys in, see where guys play well, see who plays well together. So, definitely from the first game to now, you can see steady improvement. Guys really gelling together. So, I feel like we're in a good spot, with the 5 to 6 guys, 7 guys that can come in and play at any given moment.
And with Donell Brown, as someone who's gone against him in practice, is there a moment from, the fall or the summer where you were like, oh, this guy's he's going to be a problem?
Yeah, coming in, like I say, from even like summer workouts, doing one-on-ones against him, he was a guy that came in, he pushed me, challenged me, and then in practice now, every day one-on-ones, he's the first guy I see waiting to go against me. So, it's definitely like, wow, like we had some good battles, some good back and forth. So you can definitely see, moments where it's like, yeah, wow, he's a really good player, really good pass rusher, So.
Hey, DJ. With Gotti, he seems like a kind of a quieter, softer-spoken guy. Obviously, you're around him much more than we are. Is that true? And just kind of what's he like in practices and outside of football?
He's not the guy that's going to be all like your loud rah-rah guy, but he's going to do the work that needs to be done. He talks within the O-line, so he's a guy that's going to work, make sure the work is done, and then have his conversation. He's going to ask questions. He asks me daily about little things that he can do to get better. We talk back and forth about like techniques that we're learning and whatnot. So. He's not the guy that's going to be your loud, rah-rah guy, but he's going to come in, work, get the work done, ask what needs to be asked so he can get his job done effectively.
DJ, you've had a couple times during games where an offensive lineman has gone down. You've had to make in-game substitutions. As the guy who's been a part of this system for the longest among that group, how do your responsibilities change when that happens?
Just trying to make sure that, whoever comes in, we know that whoever comes in is going to be ready to go. They know what to do. So just trying to, keep them up like, hey, you got this. You've done it before. Make sure everybody comes in and gels together. If a guy goes down, we like to say we have guys, that are ready to step up and ready to go. So I don't feel like it's much really that I need to do because guys know what has to happen. But just trying to make sure, they're in the right headspace to come out there and just, pick up where the other guy may have left off.
DJ, for the past 3 or 4 years, you guys have had a habit of making strong starts and then not following that up towards you as you guys finish. How do you make sure you avoid that this time around?
Just make sure we keep up our intensity with practice. It starts with practices. We have to make sure that we pay attention to the details to be ready to go out each week and play, to the best of our abilities. We like to say, that this group is maybe a little different from the past groups. Everybody's willing to come in and not worry about what happened previously. So just trying to, make sure everybody's still on the same page as far as, we're going to come out. We have a job to do each week. Each day we're trying to get better so we can go Saturday and get the job done. So just emphasizing starting strong in games and then finishing stronger, and then everything will come together.
DJ, what was the biggest focus for you guys going into the bye week, maybe from on a unit level?
Just getting back to the fundamentals. That's pretty much where everything starts. Fundamentally, you have to be sound to make sure that everybody gets their job done. Everybody's working as one as a unit, so pretty much we started everything over. The coaches retaught stuff as simple as footwork to make sure that everybody was on the same page. Everybody, was in the right spots. Everybody had the right techniques. So just trying to make sure everybody, gets back to the basics and not trying to overcomplicate things.
Northwestern doesn't jump off the page defensively as a dangerous team, but then again, neither did Illinois. What is it about this Wildcats team that concerns you guys offensively, I guess, and specifically Bryce Gallagher?
Yeah, we know they're going to come out and play, sound defense. you know, nobody is, especially in the Big Ten. We know Northwestern, they're not just going to let us go out there and execute, you know, do what we want to do. So, you know, it comes down to us going out there, making sure that we're in the right spots, we're in the right positions. You know, we know each week we go out there, you can't take anyone lightly. There's guys, you know, on the other side of the ball that want to make plays. They want to win as well, just as bad as we do. So just trying to make sure that we can be the team that executes better. And that goes back to the bye week, you know, starting over with the basics and making sure, you know, everybody's on the same page. Everybody comes out, you know, with that hunger. Everybody wants to get back on track together.
Hey, DJ. With Jayshawn Barham, what makes him so difficult to deal with as a pass rusher coming onto your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that's, you know, very, like, slippery. I mean, going against him in practice, it's like a moment you think you have your hands on him, and then next thing you know, he's behind you. It's like, how did he do that? You know, he's very slippery. He can, you know, play the mic, then he can come down on the line and rush the passer. So, you know, just from, you know, going against him in practice, I can say it's moments where I think I got him blocked, and then next thing you know, I'm looking at him like, wow, I don't know how he did that. So,
obviously with him moving between positions, is there any difference with him as a pass rusher, like that makes him different from guys who do just that full time? Is there something a difference in the skill?
I mean, we've seen him, you know, go out, affect receivers trying to make catches. Then he can come on the line. He can come on the line, dropping coverage, you know. So, I mean, you never really know what you're going to get with him. So, I mean, I would say that's something that really makes him, you know, difficult to, you know, I guess block and game plan for is you never really know what you're going to get. He can drop in coverage. He can rush the passer. He can fit the run. So, it's a lot that he can do. Thank you.
Hey, Donell. You've been one of the team's best pass rushers this year. What do you think has allowed you to be so effective in that role?
Just being more confident, just trusting my ability, and just trying to make sure that we rush as a team and just fulfill my job. And honestly, just starting to get more comfortable with myself and figuring out like what lanes I can take and like what rushes I can actually do, depending on the call, the scheme. So, yeah.
Is there a moment that kind of shows where the comfort grew for you? Like, was it comfort from the beginning of the season to now, or is it comfort like just overall?
Probably from the beginning of the season, only because like coming from my situation where I could kind of like freelance a little bit, and well, honestly, that's just like just get more comfortable in the system. So like now that I kind of been in the system, what's this, week 7, week 8, something like that, something. So just kind of get more comfortable in that aspect. I can kind of perform a little bit better and do what I need to do.
Is there a play that stands out to you from one of the recent games where you were like, oh, okay, this is like that comfort, like where that comfort manifests on the field?
I wouldn't say that. It's kind of just a whole like circle about, like, you know what I mean. So just kind of like taking it play by play, and like if I get a sack, I get a sack. But if I don't, then just kind of like build off that, watch the film, build off that. So yeah.
Hey Donell, obviously you're playing a much higher level of competition than you were a year ago. What would you say the biggest differences are between a Big Ten slate and an FCS slate, and then how have you adapted to those changes as the year goes on?
I'll say it's a little bit faster. I'll say that, and like we had big guys down to low level, but I say like on this level, like size matters, if that makes sense. But other than that, I say it's probably just the speed a little bit.
Donell, as a team, you guys opened with 5 straight wins. Now you've had 2 back-to-back losses. How concerning is that for you guys as a team?
Like for me, not too concerning, only because like throughout the course of the season, you might have like a little bit of slumps or whatever. But as long as you get back to like what you actually know and what you know how to do well, then like the wins start coming back too, and all the little small habits that you created in the beginning of the season, they kind of start to fade away a little bit. So you kind of got to start getting back to like those habits and creating like better habits off the habits that you built like in the beginning of the season. And like from a team aspect, I'll say it's just a little bit concerning, only because like we had both of the games like in our hands, but we kind of beat ourselves. So I think the only thing like going forward is just not beating ourselves again. So
Knowing you guys have Penn State and Michigan left on the schedule, is there a sense of urgency to make sure you guys win this one on Saturday at Northwestern?
I wouldn't say it's no urgency. We just worried about that Northwestern for the most part, and like everything else is going to come back after that. So just really keying on this game, and take the next games, whenever.
Donell, you guys, I think 21 sacks, 3 per game. That's tied for 3rd best in the Big Ten. What do you feel the seeds or the keys have been to being so productive getting to the quarterback this year?
Just keep gaining that experience, because I remember, I think, beginning of the season, we was a little slow as far as like just starting to like rush as a team and figure out like what our rush lanes need to be and like our individual jobs. And I say now it's just starting to get more comfortable with the techniques that they're teaching us, and just being able to execute at a high level.
You've also been able to make a lot of impact plays, interceptions, I think fumble recovery, some sacks. Was there a way that this defense has kind of suited your strengths that you didn't expect when you came here at first?
I don't know, because at first I really didn't know how to like really perform in it, because I was a new position. So now it's like just me getting more comfortable with a new position, like week by week, is starting to, allow me to not think so much and just play a little bit freely, and just doing my job. Because if you do your job, you can make plays anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Finally, Northwestern doesn't scare you on paper, but then again, neither did Illinois. What is it about this Wildcats offense that you guys have seen, that you guys have heard, that is going to be a priority this Saturday?
They're going to run the ball. So the only thing we got to do, honestly, is just we start to run, and then we figure out everything else from there. But for the most part, the only thing we can do is just control what we control, and just go in there and do our job, execute, play as a team, play at a high level, and leave it all out there. As long as we leave it all out there, and win, lose, or draw, I can live with that.
Hey, Donell. We talked about it a little bit last week on how when you got to St. Francis, how you're kind of helping them build up to becoming, conference contenders again. Do you feel like Maryland's kind of in that same situation?
Honestly, like growing up, like in Maryland, like I've always felt like they were, but it was just like little details that kind of like kept them from like getting over the hump. So like now I feel like, still like small details that could get us over the hump. We got to like actually like focus on and keen on. But you know, other than that, Maryland, I feel like Maryland's always been a Big Ten contender. But it's just about like following the steps like every year and like every day and like just being more consistent about it. And you know.
Hey, Donell, you switched from defensive end to linebacker, right? What are the biggest changes in your role from during that position switch? And were you a defensive end when you came to Maryland and then switched to linebacker? Or
No, I came as a linebacker officially.
what was the biggest differences in your role from what you're doing before to now?
I'd probably say it was just more space, like because like as far as like D lineman play, we was always going up the field, like handing the dirt going up the field. But now it's just like okay, like we had different responsibilities as far as like coverage wise and things of that nature. So. I think the only difference between that was probably just space for the most part.
And who's been the biggest person in the program that's kind of helped you with the adjustment, and what have they done to make it easier?
I'd probably say it was Coach JT, the outside linebacker room. We kind of do a good job as far as like coaching everybody up the same way and kind of basically getting what we can out of everybody as far as like doing the steps necessary in order just to get us to where we need to be. So yeah.
Donell, I've probably already heard the news about last week about Michigan and the sign stealing investigation. How did that sit with you when you heard about it?
Oh, I had no clue. Me personally, I just be in my own little circle. So for the most part, sign stealing. I thought people do that to scout. I don't know if that's what they do because I only see that like in the movies or something. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But it doesn't bother you that Michigan might be trying to get upper hand?
I mean, no, not really, because for the most part, like teams do that anyway. Like they see what play we in, they see what signal we always call. They're gonna catch on regardless. So I think for that piece, it's just the only thing we can do is execute and play. It don't matter like what we call, who we call, what they know we running. As long as we go out there and execute, I think we should be okay. Appreciate y'all.